Where to go? Oh, fuck yeah. Pick up what? Medical bracer, improve health and medical heal wounds. Okay. Should I turn you? Sweet tinderbox. It is rusted shut. Wait, can I mix these together? How do I? Oh. From here? How do I? What? How do I put these together?
Again, there's a lot of elements here working together. Not only does the player enter the darkest level yet, they'll also come up against a dark part of Daniel's memories. We've tried to have all aspects of the level work towards this goal. Hopefully it creates an oppressive and disturbing feel to it.
That's it. Partes machinaman. Machine. I ain't gonna say it. Is there a secret door that I can do? Well, fuck you, game. What am I supposed to do? Oh, fuck. Fuck yeah. Ew, what was it? Okay. Shut the fuck up. Damn. Sir William Smith has been marked. There is no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow.
This is the second hub level of the game, and is supposed to give some contrast to the stressful lurker encounter. We think building up contrast like this is extremely important for the horror mood. Only by seeing a bright level can you appreciate the dark one, and so on. If you do not do this, player will get used to the stuff and the effect will lessen greatly.
My god. What was I doing? Fuck yeah, dude.
In the original pitch, Herbert was a fairly important character, but it didn't really reflect in the games, so we tried a few different things to incorporate him, but it never really made any sense. Herbert was important to Daniel's background, but in the end he didn't have any impact on the story happening right now, that is, the conflict between Daniel and Alexander. So, most of his things was cut during the last stage of production.
He flipped through the Book of Monarchs.
In this room, everything is connected to destruction and home. This was Daniel's home as Alexander's guest, and the diary entries are about Daniel being home in London and things falling apart. These sort of connections are not something that we want the player to get. Rather, it should end up in the subconscious and work toward building the mood. Also worth noting is this focus, as explained in the commentary of Winecellar, where we want the player's attention on a certain aspect. We hope this makes the story clearer. The idea is to slowly build it up, one part at a time, giving the player time to digest and think about it.
Wait, what? Are you serious? No. No, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding, right?
If you listen to the music tracks more carefully, you may find that characters have their own musical themes, which can usually be heard when you read papers during the game. These themes appear in many variations, so it's not always so easy to recognize them immediately. And in the end of the game, some of these themes will go quite insane. Oh, and that's Daniel's theme, which you can hear in the game's menu screen. Let me play it to you with piano.
When we create props, we usually have concept pictures or reference images to look at when modeling the object, just to make sure it stays within the art style that we are going for. When creating a chair, a table, or a bookcase, just to name a few, we usually have planned measurements before we get them into the game, because having something in the game that
Would you throw away a spoon instead of a yogurt cup? What the fuck is that? It's like a... Please, 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 please. Okay. Resets, resets. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck? No! 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 What am I supposed... Oh! Okay. Let me do this again. Okay. Okay. I think I know what to do now. I think I know what to do now. But you didn't even give me a chance. What did I do to get this key? Do shut up. Why can't I do this right? Wait, I can open these? Oh, I tried.
Someone's coming.
What? He painted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet had been overturned and lay collapsed on the floor. He reached through the broken glass door and grabbed all the sedatives he could find. Sedatives.
This map was one of the most fun to make because of the rooms have more objects than we usually add in the levels. I think the first 2 rooms was pretty good, just because of this. But we can't add this many objects in every room in the game, because that would, first of all, be very demanding on your PC's performance, and a lot of our players doesn't have gaming rigs. Secondly, it wouldn't make sense if every room or corridor was a storage. We also try very hard to vary the levels and rooms as much as we can do. This level was also the first time in the game the player had any contact with the outside. So for this part I had to make a couple of different wall pieces, a pine tree and a breakable version of the window. And I can talk a little bit more about the breakable window here. When creating breakable objects like this, we have to first of all break the model by splitting parts up and creating pieces. Like on this window, it has a lot of wood parts that are loose after it breaks. Those parts are remodeled into broken versions, and in the broken version of the window they're actually hanging in the air at the same place they were when the window was whole. After modeling those and exporting the model into collada format, which our engine handles, I use our in-house model editor to set each wood part up with a body for collision, and I also add weight for it to behave realistically. I also add material type, in this case wood, and that is so that wood sound is played when the beats hit something. You can also set up more advanced stuff like how it will behave in water, how fast it can travel, and how fast the speed will decay, but also a lot of other settings as well. But when that broken version is done, I also set up a special entity of the original window where I set it to break at a certain force, and when that happens another entity will load and this one will disappear. And in this case we load the broken version of the window. We also set it up so a particle system with glass shards is going to be played as well as a break sound. And as soon as you break that window and all that is happening, and since you probably threw something at the window, the force of that object will make the wood pieces fly and not fall straight to the ground as they would otherwise. That is pretty much how we do it with most breakable entities, but of course creating a particle system and sounds for this is needed too. And in this level you can also see a lot of props that I made earlier before we started making maps. This is objects like shelves, tables, chairs, paintings, etc. But of course I didn't make all the objects in this level.
Darkness closing in.
The decision to have the player go outside in this map started out as a quick and dirty idea for some sort of puzzle. However, it turned out very nicely, and to see the trees really gives a feeling of being in a castle and not just on sunset. The first idea was not even to have the player break the window and just have it open. I felt it gave a really nice feel and reward for finishing the puzzle. In retrospect, we should have had more moments when the player ventures outside, and it gives this feel of being a part of a larger world. The decision to have the player go outside and the decision to have the player go outside in this map started out as a quick and dirty idea for some sort of puzzle. However, it turned out very nicely, and to see the trees really gives a feeling of being in a castle and not just on sunset. The first idea was not even to have the player break the window and just have it open directly instead. But when we added it, we felt it gave a really nice feel and reward for finishing the puzzle. In retrospect, we should have had more moments when the player ventures outside, and it gives this feel of being a part of a larger world.
You know what? Fuck this game. Don't know what to fucking do. Shit. Fuck this game. Damn, really? 2018? That's not the last time I... Really? It's 12:30? Really? Holy shit. Well, like I said, fuck this game. Don't know what to fucking do.